A decade or more ago, a game going free-to-play was a sign that something was either going badly wrong with its player numbers, or that it wasn't good enough to get people to actually pay for it. Now, though, that couldn't be further from the truth. The model has spawned some of the most successful, dominant games ever released, and there are now more top-quality free games to choose from than ever before. So without further ado, here is my list of new free games coming out in 2023. The Division Heartland is a free-to-play multiplayer survival action shooter set in a fictional rural community in Middle America. Play as a trained Division agent from across the nation and answer the distress call to uncover the ever-evolving mysteries of a rural community in mid-crisis. Explore hostile Silver Creek as you fight alongside and against other trained agents to save the forgotten heartland of America. The action takes place on the planet Regnus, where fantasy and science fiction elements combine. The player takes on the role of a hero who is embroiled in an intrigue that has the potential to change the fate of this world forever. The game's story revolves around the fatal consequences of the misuse of dangerous technologies, which have led to the creation of rifts in space-time that cause the interpenetration of different historical periods. Path of Exile 2 is a completely new chapter of Path of Exile. The add-on offers a new story campaign consisting of 7 acts set 20 years after the events of the main game. Before starting the adventure, we are asked to create a completely new hero. By gaining experience and completing appropriate tasks, we can later decide to choose 19 completely new Ascendancy classes, which were unavailable in the original campaign. The First Descendant is a sci-fi looter shooter distributed on a free-to-play model with micropayments. The First Descendant takes us on a journey to a fictional universe, or more precisely, to the continent of Ingress, over which the specter of a deadly threat in the form of alien invaders hangs. We take on the role of the titular Descendants, heroes who represent humanity's last hope in the fight against the aggressors. Multiplayer FPS from Embark Studios, veterans of the genre, who previously worked among others on the Battlefield series. In the finals, you take part in dynamic clashes in arenas, during which you eliminate opponents in the most spectacular ways. The finals is the largest battle show in the world, whose participants fight in arenas inspired by real places. Wanting to win the recognition of viewers and consequently world fame, the contestants must show imagination and creativity, using both weapons and the arenas themselves to defeat opponents. Stormgate takes you on a journey to the universe with elements of science fiction and fantasy. Attacked by a space race of infernals, the Earth had no chance. The invaders, who emerged from the Stormgates, decimated humanity and almost completely destroyed all civilization, claiming the Blue Planet as their own territory. Hundreds of years later, the aggressors return, but this time humans are no longer defenseless. To face the invaders, they take guns in their hands and operate their powerful mechs. Alara Prime is a free-to-play competitive tactical first-person shooter. Choose your class, utilize a wide array of gadgets, take advantage of your surroundings, and work together to claim victory. The 3-team format of transmission mode opens the door to new strategic choices. Teams can backstab, stay focused on the objective, or wait for their moment when the enemy least expects an attack. Pull into the lead and you'll have to watch your back at every turn. Hype Squad is a fast-paced close-quarters combat game anyone can enjoy. Be creative and personalize your combat style with unique weapon combinations and augmenters. The path to true paradise lies beyond Cagliostro. Team up with the best and work together to survive. Hype Squad features many objects to interact with. Go fast using a zipline to take a strategic position, or use jump pads to shake off an enemy during a risky fight. These features are more crucial to your victory than you can imagine. In the game world, the Earth is constantly attacked by deadly machines coming from orbit. Among the ruins of ancient civilization, the remnants of humanity hide, forming a guerrilla group that resists the heartless invaders. In this post-apocalyptic environment, you enter this uneven fight as one of the soldiers of the resistance. Paragon: The Overprime focuses on multiplayer skirmishes, and we won't see much of a story over the course of the game. Nevertheless, the title has a story background, which we get to know through intermittent scenes of individual characters. The action takes place in a fictional galaxy inhabited by numerous races. Many heroes, mercenaries, crooks, and others come to the planet Prime to fight and achieve their own goals. The game takes you on a journey to the fantastic world of Nogosawa. You play as one of the nightmarish creatures who came to this place to save the land from the corruption and decay caused by humans. Dead Horse Sonata's gameplay is focused primarily on fighting enemies in diverse, partly procedurally generated locations. The combat system provides you with numerous options to kill enemies. This is further intensified by the fact that your monster faces humans who are weaker than your character. Predecessor is a refreshed version of Paragon with almost identical rules. The game focuses on battles between teams of 5 players consisting of a variety of characters. The main objective of the game is to destroy the enemy's base, which requires tearing through not only enemy players, but also their watchtowers and allies led by the artificial intelligence. You are rewarded with gold for your actions, using which you can buy stat upgrades for the hero or unlock more powerful abilities. The game was created by a small group of developers who worked on it for over 5 years. UFL is a game about football, so the gameplay mechanics remain the same. Our task is to score a goal and not to lose it ourselves. The game allows us to create our own football club and face other players from around the world. It is worth noting that the game features more than 5,000 licensed players. The Adventurers Guild Grail has made the discovery of a lifetime. X-Isle, a mysterious island that harbors powerful artifacts from a lost civilization. However, Grail's attempts at extraction fail when the island's monstrous inhabitants attack. Enter the renegades, treasure-hunting mercenaries with a penchant for plundering. When the chips are down, fortune favors the bad ones. Scavenge weapons and ammo to battle lizard-like disciples, outwit enemies, and gun down other renegades in an all-out hunt for X-Isle's arcane treasures. Infinity Nikki is a cross-platform, open-world dress-up adventure game. Here you will join Nikki and Momo in a vast fantasy world, exploring freely and savoring varied playstyles. The power resting in gorgeous outfits will find you a path forward and offer infinite fun along the journey. The upcoming RPG Infinity Nikki has excited fans of open-world adventures. It's likely to go through beta testing in the first quarter of 2023. The new game is a marvelous combination of Disney, Zelda, and anime. In Warhaven, we find ourselves in a fantastic world plunged into conflict. In the course of the game, we take on the roles of soldiers who, fighting to the death, become powerful heroes known as Immortals. In Warhaven, we observe the action from a third-person perspective. We start the game by choosing one of the warriors, who are diverse in terms of fighting style. Among them are both close combat heroes and soldiers who eliminate enemies from a distance, as well as mages. The game allows you to choose the faction, attributes, abilities, and ultra skills of the hero. It also depends on the player what weapons his character will use, as well as what accessories and equipment he will be equipped with. Remember that you have to systematically adjust your equipment to the conditions on the battlefield. This is my list of new free games coming out in 2023. If you have something to add, feel free to leave any comments here. If you liked this video, share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel.